like we're related. Boom!
Boom!
Don't do that shit. What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, TigerFitness.com, my bro.
Extreme close-up. I know. Junos, what do you want?
Racist. Wait, we're don't say
it's
that.
Christmas.
On YouTube, you will get more anti-Semitic shit for even hinting that. Okay. Now, just for the record, guys, I've never even studied for a bar mitzvah. He's never had a bar mitzvah.
Right.
No, but we are circumcised. Okay, I am. I don't know. I didn't. Honestly, I've seen your penis.
I have not taken a bath with you in years. Well, it depends.
I don't even know.
What time is it?
Yeah.
Okay, back to this. This is a really important video.
This is a very important video.
That's good focus.
Very important video. Focus. Rice.
Focus. Bullshit.
No. I wasn't going to talk about the question I get every fucking day on email or on my forum on Tiger Fitness. Warrior brown rice. It doesn't fucking matter.
No, that's a different kind of rice.
That's a different kind of rice. We're talking
I'm
about
going rice-a-roni.
What is that shit is delicious.
It's
Mom used to make that.
It's a San Francisco treat.
It is. So are bathhouses.
Anyway, I'm going over here.
I haven't been in years. Anyway, so rice. What does rice stand for, Aaron?
Really
itchy.
Cock. Rest. The real definition.
The real definition.
Rest, ice, compression, elevation.
Okay. Now, I remember when I played sports, when I actually went to college and had a couple physiology, because I first started as a kinesiology major, if you remember, before I copied you and went into marketing.
Yeah.
Which has obviously done nothing for our careers. Dumb. Don't go to college. Be a stripper. Anyway.
It's a great.
We have daughters. We need to shut the hell up. The goal of every father is to keep his daughter off the pole. Chris Rock. So I remember we were taught, even in my exercise physiology and kinesiology courses, that if you get injured, you have to adhere immediately to the Rice principles, which is, of course, rest, blah, 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 blah. Now, and so they told you to elevate, lay on your back and be immobile. Now, we're old enough, I'm 35, he's 41. We look amazing for our age, right?
I'm sexy.
He's hot. It's generic. And so, another bet. You guys won't get these fucking jokes. But the thing is, like, we've been injured enough to know that we've done that in the past, and it actually hindered us. Yeah. And now, for example, I fractured both my shins when I got back from that thing I was doing, and I healed.
Think about the stuff.
I can't talk about it yet.
I don't know what you're talking about.
And I fractured both my shins, and they healed in 4 days. The fractures healed, and my
strained calf. That's because you were sitting on the couch the whole time with your feet up.
Exactly. And I remember I told you about this, and you actually saw this as it was going on.
Mark was laying like this, actually.
I was in actually those
stirrups?
Stirrups that they wear when they get the...
You're like cap smear.
They use 4 fingers on me. So I remember I posted, I hurt myself on Wednesday night. On Saturday, I went to the gym and I trained legs. I posted a picture on Instagram. My shins all taped up, my calf wrapped. Leg day. Oh, you're a fucking idiot. You're stupid. You're going to injure yourself. Just prove a point. First of all, I wanted to prove a point. I would have videoed the workout. Second of all, that Instagram, that was fucking cool. Third of all, shut the fuck up. I know what I'm doing here. And he's going to explain why.
So I've been watching this. I think there's a lot of stuff on the internet. There's a lot of good stuff and a lot of bad stuff. But not a doctor. Neither are you. But I think we've both done a fair amount of research, and we've had our own injuries, and I think we've learned the hard way, and we've learned the right way. And even working with somebody like Dr. Stu, who's obviously done his own research.
And he's Asian.
And Stu's probably forgotten more than we know. But I think when you start to think about, and again, I'm not an expert, so I'm just a regular guy like the rest of us, but you do your research, watch the videos, watch Kelly stare at. Mark said he can share some of the information or just Google it. But why ice is not the right way. And it's about movement. It's about when you're injured, obviously certain injuries you're going to have obviously be more limited than others. But literally, when I had my knee surgery, the day after, not only Dr. Stu, but the orthopedist had me moving the day after, right? I wasn't going running at 100 miles or doing 300-pound squats, but the point was I was moving. I started active recovery the day after my surgery, and we actually, pre-surgery, like I had prehab as part of my setup and rehab. We used, you could call it occlusion or flossing. If you look up, not flossing your teeth, but flossing, wrapping a tight neoprene around your bandage.
Or wearing jewelry. That's
right,
flossing as well.
Right. So, but doing the flossing mechanic is something I've actually started to employ throughout my training. I actually tried it today for the first time, pre-training, to really break stuff up and get that joint loose. It's been amazing. And so the idea of using compression as part of reducing swelling has just been unbelievable. I've noticed it in my joints significantly, not just my knees, but other joints as well. My wife's been having wrist problems. I've been doing the flossing on hers. It's really using compression to reduce inflammation and not using ice at all. And the point is, what I loved about some of the information I've seen on the internet and from Kelly Starrett is you can have inflammation without healing, but you cannot have healing without inflammation. It's not possible. So like one of the videos they were talking about, does ibuprofen or do those type of drugs work? And the answer is yeah. It shuts off the pain. It shuts off inflammation. But does it actually help healing? And the answer was resoundingly no, right? Which is, it would make sense. It does its job to shut off inflammation and pain, but the problem is it comes right back because you didn't do anything to solve the problem and let the body heal itself and push everything out of the system, right?
And blood flow is huge to remove toxins and everything. So if you're elevating, reducing blood flow, not only does it decrease the amount of nutrients, blood flow to get the toxins out of there, but what happens to your lymphatic system?
Right. All the research and everything out there, do your own research, right? Don't believe two guys sitting on a couch if you don't want to. But we've been through it.
Hold on. Is your doctor Jew? Because we're Jewish.
Yes. So I have a Jewish doctor. My orthopedist is Jewish.
So that means we know what the fuck we're talking about.
Right. And so I'm assuming he's wealthy, but you don't know this.
You know he's wealthy if he's a Jew.
Oh, that's well. I'm assuming, right? But so the whole idea is what I've learned through my research, and again, do your own. But is that lymphatic system actually gets blocked? So if you got your arm in a sling or your knee immobilized, right? Certain things you're going to have to, right? We're not idiots. But the whole idea is if you can keep movement, and you have to, as part of that lymphatic system, you actually need the musculature to actually push push the fluid through the lymphatic system, or it gets blocked. So how do you do that? Well, you move, or you can use other stimuli. There's stimuli out there that actually help create the muscle movement to actually create that. So if you have to be immobilized, there's other things you can do to create the movement. And I think as you start to understand, like, oh, well, I'm 40 years old, so my back or my knees or my joints or my elbows, you know what? I think that's an excuse. And I'm actually calling everybody out, including myself in the past, as that's a cop-out. Right? It's a cop-out. There are things you can do. There are things you can try. I highly recommend you look into different forms of compression. The flossing is just amazing for a cheap piece of equipment to get these flossing tools, and you just wrap it for 3-4 minutes and you do some of the mobility stuff. It's amazing. I'm telling you, it's a game changer.
And stay active.
Stay active. Just
if you're injured, walk. If you're injured, if you have a bad back, the first thing I did when I strained my back is I worked the muscles around it. We went in and we made sure that the surrounding core was there. I was doing wall facing deadlifts every single day. Every single day. I was doing goblet squats every single day until I was able to pick up the slack that my back was not able to handle, because my QL, I believe it is, and my SIs were all tore up when I strained my back.
Right.
And we were able to work that in. Now, I also recommend, talk about blood flow, talk about recovery. I'm a huge proponent of deep tissue massage. That's the same idea. When you get someone fucking rolling in your muscle, that's just increasing blood flow and getting all the lactic acid and other byproducts of trauma. At the end of the day, living is trauma. Now, we like to talk about weight training being trauma. Picking your kid up, putting them in the car, it's all trauma. Last thing you want to do is sit down and make it not, make it even worse by restricting that blood flow. And again, we're in a situation in the world where our jobs a lot of the time are desk-based.
Yeah.
So you're going to have those structural issues involved. Now, taking that a step further, if you get injured, if you are injured, do you want to impede healing by impeding movement? Because what you're going to do when you get rehabbed is you start moving.
Yeah.
That's the whole point of rehab. But the whole rice thing, that shit's gone by the wayside. It's gone. And there are still, I'm sure, probably 90% of the doctors out there, because they don't keep up with research. All they keep up with how Obamacare is going to affect their bottom line, how many patients they have to bring in a day, and how much the pharmaceutical industry is going to fucking buy them off with promo items and money. You guys should see, I've known pharma reps. They're the biggest fucking pimps, and the doctors are the biggest whores in the history of the world. Hey, look in the doctor's office. You guys complain about the amount of ads in a muscle magazine. Dude, look around. The calendar is sponsored by fucking Propecia. Over here, it's fucking Rogaine. Over there, it's fucking Viagra. Over there's Cialis. Over there's some fucking heart cholesterol medication. Over there's some medication for a diabetic who could cure his shit by just cleaning up his diet and getting off his fucking ass and exercising. But again, exercise doesn't pay the bills, and it's not making the doctors any more rich. Hell, there's a lot of shit like fish oil that can replace a lot of this bullshit you're taking. That's why before you start calling for more regulation in the industry, the real horse, how many people did ephedra kill? None linked. Yet how many fucking hearts did fen fucking explode? If you think the fucking testing is doing anything, you don't think anybody's getting fucking greased, just look at fen. Shit, what's that fucking weight loss thing they have?
What, Orlistat or Ally?
Yeah, the Ally. It makes you fucking shit yourself all day. Of course you're going to lose weight. We don't do that. So
you take quite a few dumps.
I do take good shits,
but it's a different, right? So we're going back to the squatty potty from different video.
But I mean, just going on a tangent. Rice, just like most of the shit doctors are doing, is being completely. Not only is science fucking kicking at its ass, but real world results are kicking its ass.
Do your research. It's your body. Like here's a good summary. Like, it's your body. If you want to use rice, go for it. I recommend the San Francisco treat, right?
Yeah.
Uncle Ben's not so bad, quick. But that's about the only rice I'm going to have. And I mean that actually very seriously, right? I've done my research. I've tried it on my own body.
And he just snapped his shit up. He just had an ACL tear.
I tried it. I've tried all sorts. I used a lot of ice over my recovery. You know what? The one thing that made a difference, it wasn't ice, right? And I had some rice the other day. It was quite tasty, delicious, and I'm keeping that. So that's my point of view. It's your point of view. Figure it out for yourself. But I'm telling you, it's going to be a game changer.
And again, be sure to follow all the written instructions and verbal instructions of your doctor over us, because they have a degree, and our marketing degree is not going to hold up in the court of law.
Not going to hold up.
But we might be able to convince the judge to buy some really cool supplements.
Yeah. Do your own research. Try it on yourself. Talk to others. But the world isn't flat, right? There's a lot of new things out there, and this rice thing magically appeared in about the 60s, from what I've read, and it's going away. It should go away.
And that's not a game.